Hello friends, and welcome back to another virtual story time with Miss Liz. Today, we are going to read one of my ultimate favorite books, and something that I've read, I think I've read it hundreds of times at the library. We are going to read Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. This is the original Pete the Cat book, and now Pete even has a TV show and tons of toys and other things that go along with his story. And I even brought an extra special guest to help us read the book today. Let's see if you can guess who the special guest is. Our special guest has 2 blue ears, and our special guest has 2 big yellow eyes, and our special guest has 1 white nose, and here he is. Do you know who it is? It's Pete the Cat. Oh my goodness. I got this Pete the Cat puppet because I just loved his books, and I wanted a way to make story time with the books a little bit more special. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the story, and when it's time to sing the songs, Pete is going to pop out and help us sing. Isn't that right, Pete? That's right, Miss Liz. Okay, so here we go. Pete is gonna relax down here for a moment while we begin the story. Here we are. Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Pictures by James Dean and words by Eric Litwin. This is a book from HarperCollins Publishers. Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Pete the Cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. And he loved those shoes so much, he even sang a song about them. And it went something like this. I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes. But just then, something happened to those shoes. Squish, squish. Oh no, Pete stepped in a big pile of, do you think you know what these are? They are strawberries. He stomped and he squished his shoes in the strawberries, and what color do you think they turned his shoes? They turned his shoes red. Oh, Pete's brand new white shoes were now red. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. Everything is cool, he said. And the song this time went a little like this. I love my red shoes, I love my red shoes, I love my red shoes. Did you notice, even though the shoes changed, he still loved them just the same? But then, something else happened to the shoes. Squish, squish! Oh no, Pete stepped in a huge pile of, what do you think these are on this page? Looks to me like blueberries. He squished and he stomped his shoes in the blueberries. What color do you think they turned his shoes? The answer is actually in the name. They turned his shoes blue. His shoes were white, and then they were red, and now they are blue. They keep on changing. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. And maybe you can guess how the song went this time. It went a little something like this. I love my blue shoes, I love my blue shoes, I love my blue shoes. And if you look, you'll see something is happening outside. What is happening now? It is raining. That's why Pete has his umbrella. And sometimes when it rains, it makes puddles on the ground, doesn't it? And sometimes if those puddles are in the dirt, the water and the dirt make mud. Look at this big mud puddle. Oh my. Pete just then stepped and squished in a big puddle of mud. Squish, squish, squish. Oh dear. What color do you think this mud turned his shoes? It's this color here. Do you know what that's called? It is brown. Oh my. Pete's shoes were white, and then they were red, and then they were blue, and now they are brown. Did Pete cry this time? Goodness, no. Just like before, he kept walking along and singing his song. And if you've been paying attention, you know the song is gonna go a little like this. I love my brown shoes, I love my brown shoes, I love my brown shoes. Looks like Pete is having a cup of brown coffee or maybe hot chocolate while he's wearing his brown shoes. But just then, something happened that changed everything. Splash, 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 splash. What is Pete doing? Oh my, Pete stepped in a big bucket of water. And as he stomped and he splashed, all the brown and all the blue and all the red were washed away. Now, what color were his shoes again? They were white again. Look at that. All the colors were washed away, but now they were wet from the water. And when Pete walked, they made a squeak, 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 squeak. Oh, yucky, wet shoes. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. He kept walking along and singing his song. And this time with a little squeak, 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 Pete sang this song, and it went, I love my wet shoes, I love my wet shoes, I love my wet shoes. And he squeaked his way home. Squeak, 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 squeak. And when he got there, oh, look at this page. That is so cool. There's a red shoe from the strawberries, a brown shoe from the mud, a blue shoe from the blueberries, and a white shoe that was all clean. The moral of Pete's story is, no matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song, because it's all good. Look at him, he's home, he's relaxing on a really comfy chair, and his 4 white shoes, they were just fine. They dried out and they were good as new. And that is the end. Ooh, you see the shoes on this page? Here's green shoes, blue shoes, red shoes, yellow shoes, some colors we didn't even see in the story. And that is the end. I really love this book, and I think it sends a great message about going with the flow and accepting things as they happen. And I hope you all enjoyed our special guest, Pete. Pete, did you have fun singing with us today? I sure did. If we read more Pete the Cat books, would you like to come back and read with us? I sure would. Great. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Pete, for coming and reading with us. You're welcome. And I will see you all tomorrow for more great books. Thanks for watching.